Hey everyone, welcome back to Bible Stories with Victor, where we dive into the most epic tales from the Bible and find out how they relate to our lives today. Today, we are diving into the story of one of the most courageous women in the Bible, Queen Esther. This is a story of how standing up for what's right can change everything. And trust me, it's got all the drama you'd expect from a royal story: palace plot, dangerous enemy, and a queen who risks it all to save her people. So here's the setup. Esther is a young Jewish woman who, through a series of events, became the queen of Persia. But here's the twist: no one knows that she's Jewish. Now, the king's right hand man, Aman, was actually planning something terrible. He was angry that a Jewish man named Mordecai, who, by the way, was Esther's cousin, refused to bow down to him. So Aman comes up with a plan to destroy all the Jews in the kingdom. Yeah, Aman is the bad guy of our story. Aman is the villain of our story. Now, here's where things get a little bit serious. Mordecai hears of Aman's plan to destroy the Jews, and then he sends word to Esther, telling her she's got to talk to the king and stop this immediately. But there's one big problem. No one is actually allowed to speak to the king except you're invited. If Esther goes to him uninvited, she could be put to death. No pressure, right? So now Esther is in a tight spot. If she stays silent, her people will be wiped out. If she speaks up, she's going to lose her life. She didn't know what to do. But Mordecai tells her something very, very powerful. He said, "Who knows if you were made queen for such a time as this?" Remember that. We'll come back to it later. So it was like this was a moment to step up and be brave. So what does Esther do? She takes a deep breath, she prays, and then makes the bold decision to go to the king. And you know what? When she got to the king, he actually extends his scepter, which is a sign that he could speak. And Esther didn't just blot everything that she wanted to say out. She instead invited the king and Aman to a banquet. At the banquet, Esther reveals Aman's plan to destroy her people, and the king was furious. Now, Aman's plan falls apart, and instead of the Jews being destroyed, Aman got what he deserves. Esther's bravery saves her people, and she becomes a hero for the ages. So, what's the big lesson here? Esther actually shows us that when we are scared, we can still be brave and stand up for what we know is right. So sometimes, like Esther, we may find ourselves in places where we could make a huge difference. You may be thinking, why me? But maybe you are exactly where you need to be for such a time as this. In our own lives, we sometimes have moments where we need to just speak up and say something. And this might actually feel scary. Maybe it's standing up for someone who's been mistreated, or it's you actually stepping out to do what God has called you to do. Whatever it is, just remember that just like Esther, God is with you. All right, everyone, that's the story for today. I hope it inspires you to be brave, to stand up for what's right, and to know that God has put you exactly where you need to be. Thanks so much for watching. If this story spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, I would love to hear from you. What Bible story do you want to hear next? Drop your suggestions in the comment section below, and I might just pick yours for the next episode. See you next time.